Okay, sorry. I hadn't been recording.
Alright.
Yeah, so you go ahead and as Yalmar takes off from the peak, you go ahead and cast Dream on Yalmar. Yalmar, with your new perception now, as you're kind of drifting, flying through the air towards Altdorf, you get the sense that someone's reaching out to you.
Mm,
With your eyes closed, you kind of just float through the air for a second, and you realize that Bernard's trying to contact you. He's casting a pretty intense spell to reach you.
I won't even resist.
Alright. So,
You find yourself on an island in the middle of a torrential hurricane. Yalmar is sitting cross-legged in the center.
well, I won't be long, but we have things to discuss.
Indeed, we
You,
do.
as fate would have it, you and I do believe, should cooperate. I don't believe, for a second after our Pollux interaction, that the Golden One or any of them would ever let us go as their tools. But, regardless of what they would like us to think, the future is not set in stone. I think I should be a living example of that. Our fates have not yet been written, no matter what the gods would like to think. So, Hjalmar, I propose that we join forces. Defy our fates.
One thing I did learn: destiny is destiny. We'll get there. As for joining forces, I'm beginning to see the brighter side of things. I agree. I'm no longer your enemy.
Good. Because if anyone's going to make it out of here, we're going to have to cooperate. I believe the squabbling is something the Golden One wanted us to do so he could weaken our forces. As I said, I think we're fuel for his fire. I don't think he intends for us to leave.
Hmm,
And if we do, we will continue being his slaves in whatever the next world is. And I think I've had enough of being a slave to someone, to some higher being.
I agree. Power should be taken. It shouldn't be given. Quick
Speak.
question, Mark. When Yalmar saw the dragon's moot at the top of that mountain, you remember when we were sent to kill the blue dragon?
Mm-hmm.
That great elder one that we saw? Was that at the dragon's moot? Because remember how we saw that gigantic fucking blue dragon?
Yeah, that was actually something that I was thinking about later.
Okay,
Um,
so it
I
wasn't.
decided that they were sent away at a different time. Oh,
Okay,
the
so they wouldn't have ended up here with the golden one.
not at the same time. No,
Okay, okay.
they no. It was really just the golden one against that council of dragons that summoned him.
Hmm. Okay. So that blue dragon just it didn't look like one of the ones at the dragon moot.
No, that one would not be there.
Okay. All right.
Zambezi, that was his name. The huge one under Talapime, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that huge one was Zambezi, and he wouldn't be there. No.
Okay. Hmm. It seems that the golden one was kicked from his time.
Is that
Yalmar
so?
shares with Bernard.
How interesting. So we would be his tools for revenge.
We are
Yep.
his tools for revenge, whether we know it or not. In this world, we do what he wills.
So he would think. Fate can be denied. And when you're ready to deny it, find me. Speaking of taking power, there are things that I did not accomplish in the Araby Desert.
I remember.
I believe we should pay these those Lich Lords another visit. They have knowledge that I will require for denying our fate and changing the future the Golden One has set in store for us.
Hmm. Very well then. I will find you, Bernard. Do not contact me like this again. It's an invasion.
No promises. I'll end the dream.
Okay.
Indeed, Yalmar shall find Bernard.
So go ahead and jump back now to the other party now.
Hey, dudes, when are we going to get moving now? I'm kind of tired of this place. There's lots of creepy crawlies around.
I suppose that's up to our new babysitter.
Right. So, Vice, a few moments after you see Yelmar's final flash blasting over the forest, you remember that?
Yep.
You witness that, and then Pollux comes around and he pats you on the shoulder, and he says, "Hey, it's time to go. Are you ready?"
As ready as we're going to be.
Siam, you see, it's been a good amount of time, and Renee's been working on him, so he stands up. He's got a little bit of a stagger to his walk for now. Renee comes out, just kind of shoulders sagged.
You going to be okay there, friend?
I've had worse, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, is Pollux around?
Yeah, he's with everybody.
Alright, Vlad's gonna turn to Pollux. So, do we have to participate in this battle, or can we just, like, leave now? The big guy left.
Pollux, he points to the eastern end of the valley now, and he says, "I've done some scouting while you were resting, and I've found another path up through the mountains. It seems there's some old, maybe dwarven path or some such. And I think it leads through the mountain."
Hmm.
I think it's our best bet.
Well, I mean, that's the only way to go. Let's get going.
Is that okay with you? He looks at you, Vice.
Interesting. Sure, we'll go.
Great. Pack your bags, everyone. Let's get going. Pollux, cheerful as ever, turns and starts heading for the eastern end of camp.
Vlad is gonna walk next to Vice, and he's gonna think he's being subtle, but he's gonna whisper, "I don't really like that guy."
You shouldn't. He's using us for a game.
This game is not fun.
Is
This game
that any
sucks.
different from anything else?
Well, in a way, most people will use you for, like, food or money, or maybe, like, to get a
Science
right.
says, so you're saying his job isn't to get us to the artifact, then?
Oh,
Well,
he's
good.
going to get us there in due time, but I don't think he wants us to survive it.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. He wouldn't have brought us to this demon land if he wanted us to live. Like,
Apparently, he wasn't scouting anything. He was with Yomar and Bernard.
this Bernard guy. Wait, Vlad did meet Bernard? Question mark. Yeah, we were like all in a group together. Never mind.
I don't remember them having any meaningful conversations.
No, because Vlad mostly just stood in the shadows.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, Vlad's just gonna keep going, I guess.
Be careful with that one.
Yeah, I don't know if we have choices, but yeah, I don't plan on doing crazy, stupid shit. I'll run away if I have to. I
Can you not? Please don't.
can't help it. I I like money. I don't like fighting. Fighting
Oh my
is
god.
fighting well, is
Why?
stupid.
Why did Castor think this was a good idea? And he just waves a hand at Vlad.
I don't know. I don't know why he thought Pollux would be a good idea either. He's complicating things.
How do we even know that he's like a good guy?
Which
I mean, I
one?
will never claim to be a good guy because I like stealing too much, but still, like him.
Pollux?
Yeah.
He's not.
Oh.
How do you know?
So does that make us like the bad guys?
What we're doing here, I've been told, is a vacation for him. It's all a game. And we're his puppets, his actors, here to entertain him.
Did he tell you that?
He told Bernard and Yomar that. Told them to stay away. Because they make the game too easy. They complicate things for him.
But if it's too easy to them, why aren't they not doing it?
He wants to have his fun.
Oh,
He wants to watch us die.
that's not fun. That's crazy. Well, if it comes down to it, we're not dying.
Yeah,
Let's
agreed.
see. People like him, we might not have a choice. Anyways, grab your things. We need to go before he gets angry with us. Wouldn't want to upset the babysitter.
No, that would be bad. He might put us in timeout and take away our cookies. Well,
Yeah, when
alright.
you say timeout, literally.
yeah, yeah. The real timeout.
Time outside of everything.
Yeah,
He'll
Vice is
stand
just
in the
gonna
corner of the galaxy.
Vice is gonna get his bags together and get ready to go. He's got his arm back on. That he's looking, probably not looking so hot after
Yeah.
overcharging that one. He's probably looking pretty pale.
As you're in your tent gathering what's left of your things, Vlad, or not Vlad, Vice, Katarine Zarina, she pulls open the flap and she's looking pretty nasty herself. She's covered in blood, but most of it's not hers. She steps in and says, "I heard about what happened in the forest. We saw the Beastmaster retreating up to the north. It doesn't seem like he rejoined the main forces, though. They seem to be pulling back."
Hard to rejoin him if he's by himself. He doesn't have any more beasts.
Well, that's a good thing. Those things were stupid.
She looks over. "Oh, I didn't see you there."
Well, people only see me when they hear me. That's kind of the rules.
Did you want something before we left?
"No, I was just going to check on you. It's, Pollux says that he found a path to the north mountain, to the northern ways through the mountains. I wish you luck. I'm sure your quest is an important one."
Vlad is going to, Vlad's gonna walk up to her and, nah, never mind. Nah, never mind. I was gonna return the torch.
I
and
know.
scepter.
I know. I can imagine you walking up and looking at her, and then you just
And
kind
then
of turn and
saying,
go through the flap. You're just gonna
I
leave
meant
the
to do this
tent.
the whole time.
I do. I walk up with the intention to say something, and I just go,
His mouth opens and he just like scratches the nape of his neck and just walks past.
"It's irrelevant."
Vlad
I'm wrong.
almost had a conscience for like a split second.
He's a thief. no
Vice
Indian
is gonna
taking.
grab his bags,
That's amazing.
heave a few dry coughs, and then leave.
Yeah, Vlad does that. He's awkward for a moment, but as he turns to step out, he goes to pull out a cracker from his pouch, and the fucking gerbil just grabs it and yanks it back in. So he's like, "Oh, okay, then. Yeah." He just walks away.
Make a grapple check.
Oh my god, no, not even resisting. That thing just swipes whatever it wants out of Vlad's
Yeah,
fingers.
a little gerbil with the ring around its neck launches out of the pocket, does a quarter flip, grabs it with all fours, and then face down back into the pocket. It's
Actually,
lightning fast.
as I'm leaving, I'm gonna stop and ask, that tower wasn't always there, was it?
Let me make a roll.
Yeah, I was about to say, first of all, do we even know there's a tower there?
Vice rolled a 20 for it, he knows.
She rolled a 5 for it. So she looks at you and she says, "That would be Orcus's tower. It's usually abandoned, but that demon, well, we can never seem to banish it for good."
It wasn't there just a day ago.
I don't understand what you're saying. We've been fighting underneath it this whole time. Are you sure you're alright? You seem sick.
I'm fine. Never mind, it's nothing. I'll leave. I'll find the party.
Alright. Cyan's over there and Pollux is over there. Says, "You know, if you here, let me show you something." And Cyan bats his hand away. "What are you doing?" "No, just let me show you." And Pollux pulls the mask a little bit to the side and pushes a few buttons, adjusts a few settings on the side of the mask, and then hands it back to him. And Cyan's just like, "What the fuck? What is this?
You
like
reset all my settings."
my poor?" Yeah, Cyan's like,
My browser history.
"Oh, I can. What is this? It's like heat." "Yes, exactly. You can see people's heat now. Isn't that nice?" Bet you didn't know about that. "No, I actually didn't." Cyan just kind of looking around, like looks up and down at Renee a couple of times. Renee just goes up and smacks him. Turns back to you, Vice and Vlad, and says, "So I've prepared some provisions, and there's, like I said, there's that one particular place that we can rest past this. But it's going to be cold and miserable when we get out to the north, so I'm just saying, prepare yourselves. It's going to be nasty."
You know, well, how far back's the city?
Yeah, I was about to say, as he says that, Vlad starts looking around the camp. Are there any tents that are unattended with heavy Kislevite?
You know,
fur
if you guys if you guys want to go back to Prague, I guess you could do that.
Well, could we go see a quartermaster? Or, I mean, Vlad will literally just start zipping around tents and stealing big, heavy fur coats.
Yeah, there's also the quartermaster in the camp.
Okay.
Well, Vlad goes to get that stuff. I'm gonna ask Pollux, what's waiting for us in that dwarven hold?
Dwarven hold.
Wherever we're passing through.
Roll insight.
Let me see what that is for me. Just a straight roll. 12.
I can make a roll. Nat 1. Alright. Pollux is just a really bad actor. Or maybe he's just not trying. Um, so when you say that, he says dwarf hold, and he sounds kind of like he doesn't understand what you're talking about. But Vice, as you're looking at him, you kind of get the sense that it was more like, "How did you guess?"
I'm just gonna point at him and say, "You know what I'm talking about. This is a game to you. We're your actors on whatever sick vacation you're trying to take. What's waiting for us in that hold?"
Well, I can't exactly tell you. That would ruin the game. And just between you and me, don't go spreading that around to the rest of the party. It's pretty annoying, and it ruins the immersion, you understand?
Oh, I'm sorry for ruining your fun.
I could make you sorry. Do you have
We're
any
trying.
attachment to these people? I think we could do without Renee. Caster likes Siam, so maybe break his legs, leave him sitting around until the end.
You're a
Hell,
sick man.
he looks up at the sky, and he kind of jangles his bag on the side, and he says, "Hmm, what if we brought that down? That'd be
What?
fun." He points up to the two moons in the sky. Do you have any countries you don't like? Britonia's off the list.
Whichever one you're standing in.
Well, that's the one with you, so let us
Uh,
cling together. Come on, Vice. Can't you just play along? I mean, we're doing what you need to do, right? I'm still gonna get you to that the artifact.
you're twisted.
Whatever. I don't care.
Vice is, Vice is just gonna walk away from him and find Vlad.
I think Ellis just walked away for a sec.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a few things from the quartermaster as well if he's got any supplies that I'm looking for.
Yeah, with some words and authorization from Katarine, you can pretty much have your fill for 5 people? Question mark. It's pretty good amount of food, good supplies, warm clothing,
Yeah, I
camping
was gonna go.
gear,
Mhm.
tents, what have you. You're carrying pretty heavy loads, all of you know.
Let me look in the PHB while Ellis is gone because I think there's some item
All right,
in
sorry. I'm
like
back.
general stores. All right.
Yeah, I was just selling AJ. The quartermaster fills you up with all the provisions you'll need. You get camping gear, tents, food, clothing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's. I guess if I'm not
Vlad, as
supposed
you're
to steal
poking around the
anything.
quartermaster's tent, in the back you find a small keg, and it's got BB labeled on the side of it.
Oh. Vlad wouldn't really know what that is, but a small keg, like
Yeah, like
how small?
a mini keg.
Okay. Yeah. Vlad's just gonna. He's gonna try and like hide it in the fur
No,
coat. I don't have a bag of holding that big. So
the fur coat. All right,
I'm
roll a
not gonna be
sleight of
wearing the fur
hand.
coat. I'm not gonna be wearing the fur coat. I'm gonna have it like in my arms with the barrel as like the, you know what I'm saying? Like I have the fur coat wrapped around it. All right, sleight of hand. You said.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy, but go ahead.
All right.
Why don't
While
you
he's
just
doing that, I'm gonna see, does the quartermaster have any chalk?
sure?
25.
Okay, Vlad. You make a tiny little Bugman's brew baby, and you shove it in your fucking jacket. And as Vice is talking to the goddamn quartermaster about chalk or some shit,
I don't even stop. I just walk right out.
you just slink right out.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, you got chalk. What do you need chalk for?
Um, I'm not sure yet, but plans maybe?
Plans.
Yeah.
GM, plans!
Vice doesn't know why. He just feels compelled to buy chalk at the moment.
I have like a rudimentary idea of something.
Right. Yeah, you get chalk. You get as much chalk as you want. You get colored chalk, even. Lucky you.
Yeah, that's fine. Something that we can use to kind of mark our path.
Okay. Siam and Renee, they pack up all their gear, their winter clothing. Everybody's got all their equipment.
Yep.
Pollux looks funny. He's like loaded up with gear. He's got winter clothes on. He's got like this big hood over his head. The blue hair is just kind of pouring out of it.
Alright.
Are we good to go?
I'm ready.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
Switch over to Vice. As you climb up, leaving out of the camp, you head up into the mountains to the east. As Pollux said, there's a small gravel path that snakes and winds. It's barely big enough for one person to go single file. It's treacherous, and as you climb up the path multiple times, you almost lose your footing, and it's a common occurrence to see like Pollux at the front. He would step and a rock would go loose, and he would cling to a pillar and let out this womanly scream.
As Vice is walking, he's just gonna stop for a moment. He has a realization and then keep walking.
Siam's like,
Yeah. No,
Siam's
Vlad's
behind
gonna.
you and like bumps into you as you say, What? Oh, what's
He-
wrong, Vice?
He summoned that damn demon army.
Vlad's gonna walk up behind the both of them now, bumping into the both. Hey, do you think that's really him this time?
No.
Oh. Let's
Renee bumps into you. Oh God, what's the hold up?
well,
I don't like heights. This is not good. This is the opposite of okay.
all right.
Yeah. So as you guys are moving along the path, you guys can actually look, and from Horcus's tower, you see multiple beams of light, and then Horcus himself falling off the edge with his own wing impaled in his back, breaking the cliffside.
Above us?
Nah, it's on the other end of the valley, like a
Oh,
pretty
okay.
good distance away.
Okay.
Pollux just
What?
kind of stands there and looks at that. Neat. Right then.
What do you think just happened over there? That's not good, right?
Renee pipes up. Oh, I knew those two would take care of that nasty demon. Now that thing's gone, the army's certain to win. That tower's disgusting to look at.
That was friends. I still don't see a tower. I just saw a guy just fall randomly.
You don't see the tower?
Wait. Was the roll to see the tower or
It
to
was to remember it didn't exist.
remember if how long it's been? Okay, yeah. Never mind. Redact that.
You all think that it's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
Vice
Except
and
for
Bernard, I
Vice.
think, are the only ones who passed that.
Yeah, correct.
Yep. All right.
So as you eventually reach about 80 way up the side of the mountain, it's been a long and arduous climb. Eventually you see the mouth of a cave. He points to it and make perception checks.
All of us.
Yeah. Both of you.
8.
25.
Cool. Vice, everybody in the party, you all kind of approach this cave. Your natural thieving instincts, Vlad, kick in, and you bend down and move off some dirt. Barely visible, sticking out, is a little dwarven figurine. Seems to be depicting some kind of it looks like some kind of awful rodent or some kind of badger monster, with tiny little badger monster babies surrounding it. It seems to be very old, and it's encrusted with runes and gems. Looks like it'd be pretty valuable too.
Is it you said it's just a statue?
Tiny little hand statue, like fits in your hand.
Yeah, Vlad's gonna go ahead and examine. He's a thief. He's gonna examine it like Indiana Jones. Is there like a pressure plate beneath it?
No, you find it under a pile of rubble, essentially.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Pile
yeah,
of
no
dirt
problem.
and rubble, and as you do this, you do find that the mouth of this cave actually does turn out to be dwarven make.
All right, Vlad's gonna pocket that little hand statue thing real quick. It's shiny and valuable looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hey, this cave is like nice for a cave. I've never seen caves with like pictures like in the rock.
Pollux over there clears his throat and says, "Yes, well, we should get moving through it. I'm sure it's going to be a long walk."
Vlad is just gonna outright, like, after he says that, like, he's just looking up at the entrance of the cave, and then he's just gonna drift his gaze down to Pollux. So, are you here this time?
What do you mean? Of course I'm here.
Well, last time you died and kind of disintegrated and didn't tell us.
Well, I mean, I didn't expect you guys to get through those woods anyway.
Oh, good to know. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Vlad's
Well,
just gonna
it's
walk
also
up
good
the
to know that you would have killed me if I had gone. That's also very nice to know, Vlad McDrad. You would have
Vlad's
ran away and Vice would have blown me up. What good friends you are. I don't get paid enough for this.
Wait, we're friends? And then Vlad just keeps walking.
As they're talking, I'm gonna put a little mark on the wall with my chalk.
Okay.
There we go. That's more fitting. Oh, yeah. Vice to punished, yep. What is your punishment, Vice?
Why are you punished?
That's just how Vice is, man.
Oh.
Look, I don't know. He lost an
You mean
arm. He's just
overall?
getting beat up every fight.
I thought it was something recent. You just meant overall.
Wait, you mean he gets grabbed from a random crowd of people? And
Hey kid, want to get through the checkpoint at the border?
yeah.
Smuggle something Bernard through you. Alright.
Little man, I have shiny rocks. They glow green and give you a crinkling sensation. Oh.
Alright. You ever get hit by inspiration? You ever look at a blank canvas and you think, I could create art. I thought of a good one.
Yeah?
Yeah. This should be interesting.
Question is, will it kill us?
Yes.
Wait, never mind. No spoilers. I haven't beaten this game yet. Don't spoil it.
Man, this is the best game ever. Hundreds of hours. Hundreds of hours. Oh god, I fucked it up.
Oh, I need a new mouse. So fucking bad.
Okay.
I think it's safe to say I'm not buying Razer products anymore. No, they just don't last. This place looks fucking fun.
Yeah, okay. As you were not expecting, the walk takes days. The walk through the mountain begins with a trek downward for a few hours. And when I say that, I mean consistently downward for a few hours at a slight incline, to be fair, or decline, as I should say.
A 40% grade.
After about 4 or 5 hours, you rest and you take a break in a small cavern down below. It is quiet. It's fairly warm down here. You haven't seen much of anything. There's fungus and cave life, but it's mostly dark. And being around Vlad makes it kind of uncomfortable down here. It's always a little bit warmer than it you really want it to be. It makes it just uncomfortable to be around.
And the funny thing is, Vlad's wearing a fur coat too.
Yeah.
I like these jackets. Where I come from, this is like a style. Here, it's necessity.
Renee and Siam have like stripped down to like bare summer clothes. And then you continue for hours, winding paths. You move through smooth stone hallways eventually, and rooms that are all but just pretty much empty. Hours and hours continue. You pass through chasms of pitch black uh, abyss gaps and all sorts of other things. Eventually, you rest for what you perceive to be the night. Go ahead and make. Well, as you're preparing to make camp for the night, who's going to make? Who's going to take first watch? I should say.
Mm, Vlad will do it. And we're in a cave now, so it's like fucking shadows galore, correct?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. Vlad will take first watch.
it's pretty much pure black wherever you're not creating light.
Okay. I don't have a light spell, so our light sources are strictly torches. I have dark vision, so it doesn't matter if I have light or not.
Siam has dark vision. I think Renee has dark vision. Vice does
Yeah.
not.
Does any of them have it up to 120 feet?
No. All right.
But yeah, no. Vlad will take first watch, and he'll find a nice, dark, shadowy spot overlooking where everybody else is kind of camped at, and he'll sit up in the shadows and keep his watchful eye open.
Okay. Make a perception check. Hmm. Congrats. Vlad, you find a little nook up, kind of high up in where your party is camping out at. Pollux stretches out and like sleeps in his tent. Renee and Siam kind of sleep out on the stone floor.
I was trying to roll stealth, but I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Because I want to be like somewhat hidden, I guess.
Well, you're in pitch blackness. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay. 16.
Right. So, Vlad, The hours kind of drag on, and there's no real good way to tell how time has passed. And then something catches your eye down at the camp. While everybody's asleep, you see this little. Uh, I wish I knew how to describe it. It's like a little badger thing. It's not. It's not little. It's pretty big. It's like the size of a monkey, but it walks around on all fours, occasionally occasionally standing up and looking its little head around. Vlad, you get a look at its face, and it's got these long, monstrous fangs hanging down, and sharp claws on its feet. But it kind of sneaks around the center of camp, and as you watch it, it kind of passes right by Siam's face as he's sleeping, and goes for his food bag.
I'm going to use. I'll spend a sorcery point, and I'm going to use subtle spell to cast telekinesis on that creature. And I can only move it 30 feet, it says, but I'll move it 30 feet outside of the camp, and then Vlad's just gonna fucking appear in the shadows, like just melt upwards in the shadows in front of it. And it's a creature, so I don't expect it to speak. But holding it still above the air, Vlad's going to you shouldn't be around this camp. You don't want that food. It's bad for you. And Vlad's just gonna chuck it 30 feet from that position back into the shadows.
Okay. As you chuck it, you hear it collide with a rock in the darkness, and then you hear it hiss very loudly. And then you hear a few more hisses in the darkness. And from then, you hear down different branching caverns even more hisses. Until eventually it's just this hundreds and hundreds, until you can't tell how many there are. It's just this very loud cacophony of wailing animals. Renee and Siam, Pollux, they all wake up.
Yeah, Vice is up. I'm gonna go right out to the camp, look right at Pollux, and say, "What did you bring us into?"
Vlad's still out there, like 30 feet away from the camp in the shadows. I can see for 120 feet in darkness. Does it look like this is a big, wide open cavern, or is it just a narrow, kind of straight line tunnel?
From where you are, you have two options. You have the way you came, and then you have a way that kind of leads further north. And there are a lot of small tunnels that aren't really feasible to travel through.
I guess what I'm asking mainly is there a mouth, an entranceway for the one singular tunnel, the one big enough for us, and the directions of the hissing? Is it coming from
there
all
are
around?
you hear a few yeah, it's all around you, man. They're all around you.
Okay. Well, I guess
Pollux, he ignores you, Vice, and he begins packing up his tent rapidly, kind of panicking, like, oh, that's not good. Vlad, what did you do?
Hey, yeah, Vlad just comes walking into the camp. I didn't do anything. There was this creepy-looking badger thing. It was gonna eat you, Vice. I tried to handle it. Now they're all pissed, I guess. Can I see any of the creatures?
No, but you can hear them. There's a lot of them.
I'm going to start, because it's a cantrip, I'm just going to start sending fire bolts. Just start fucking shooting fire bolts into the darkness. Whenever I hear a hiss, I'm like reacting to what I think is the location of it. I'm just like, ha!
You do that, and the first couple of ones just kind of collide with the stone face a good distance down. But then eventually you start seeing these little, I keep saying little, but these monsters, these rodents, they begin pouring out around, running on all fours, kind of clumped together about 250 feet down the tunnel that you came from. You hear others coming from the small tunnels near you. Pollux, when he finishes gathering up, he says, "Okay, then I think we should be leaving."
Okay. Yes, the direction that we are gonna be running is the direction where creatures are coming from.
No, it's the other way.
Oh, it is. Oh, see, I'm so confused on the directions of this place.
There's two ways. There's a way they're coming, the way you need to go.
Yeah, I just don't know how big. That's what I was trying to figure out. How big and each size.
Oh, you could just ask me. It's about 10 feet.
All right. Over the entrance from where they're coming from, I'm going to use another cantrip to cast Minor Illusion. I don't know, to make it look like the rest of the rock wall, I guess. So it looks like the tunnel's sealed from their end, kind of, question mark. It's just a minor illusion, but
Okay.
maybe it will slow them down. It says 5
How's your
foot.
deception?
My deception is something else I am proficient in. I have... Hold on a second, let me get back to the top. Plus 10.
Roll deception with advantage.
Alright. 26.
Right. Alright, hold on. Once again, my cat waits for me to be doing something and strikes.
As cats do. As cats do. Hopefully this allows me to just like cover our trail for maybe a minute. I got rid of all my fireballs.
I might have kept Fireball myself.
I thought about it, but I was like,
It's a good spell.
Yeah, well, I had delayed fireball, which would even better. I traded that for power word. No, it wasn't power word. It was. What did I trade it for? Reverse gravity. I traded it for reverse gravity.
Well, if reverse gravity covers like a whole area, you might be able to
Yeah,
like, lock down.
50-foot radius, 100
Might be
feet
able to
high.
lock down the path behind us.
That's what I'm trying. I'm gonna try and do it in stages. Because it's a 50-foot radius. I don't. That's why I need to know size of the tunnels and everything. Because as soon as we leave this spot, I'm probably gonna pop that down on this spot.
Okay. Vlad, you throw up this stone wall, and you can hear their charge begins slowing down. You hear their screeches and their hisses from the other side of the illusion wall. You hear others coming from the smaller tunnels, and Pollux, Renee, and Cyan begin running through the other tunnel.
All right. Yeah. As soon as we hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, that would be a waste of that. Yeah, as we leave this current spot that we are in, yeah, I'm going ahead and casting reverse gravity.
What does that do?
Reverses gravity for a 50-foot radius, 100 feet high. Everything falls upwards. Safe to grab hold of onto something solid.
That's fucking. That's really OP. What the fuck, Vlad? How do you know how to do that?
Yeah, it's a concentration. This is the first concentration spell I'm casting, so it's concentration.
Yeah, but does it have a range?
Yeah, 100 feet. Yeah, so as soon as we leave the position where our camp was, Vlad's gonna like. Oh, I already used the minor illusion on that entryway. Shit, I could have done this way better. I could have thrown down bonfire, minor illusion, and a.
It's gonna go away as you run. Because you have to stay within range of it to make it cast with concentration, right?
No, minor illusion is a 1 minute duration, and it's.
It means the reverse gravity.
Yeah, reverse gravity.
Yeah, so
I
that
have
would
to
be a
be with
waste of a cast, I think.
Okay. Well, it's mainly meant to just slow them down for the moment.
I
Hold
get you.
all of them off. But yeah, no, I guess we'll just take off then. Vlad's just gonna be shadow skipping the whole way down.
Yeah, Vlad, you can easily get to the front if you wanted to.
Yeah, I can move 120 feet per shadow, so shadow skip.
Make both of you make athletics rolls. Vlad, you can do it with advantage.
Let's see. Athletics. I think Vice is athletics. Yeah, +10.
Oof, 13. I only have a +1.
Oh,
in
not one.
athletics.
Nice.
Wow, man.
11 though.
Yeah, I got 13.
All right. As you guys are
I
running, go ahead.
took acrobatics with Vlad instead of athletics. Whenever the rolls come up, could I start rolling instead of athletics, acrobatic rolls? Because he's more dexterity based than strength.
Yeah, you can make acrobatics for this.
I'm not gonna do it right
It's
now.
situational.
I got a 13. I'm gonna take that for now, but in the future at least.
Acrobatics is situational. I always consider it was something like keeping your balance.
Yeah,
Or
I
doing
always thought
backflips
like,
and shit.
yeah, like parkour stuff, acrobatics. But okay.
So, as you guys are running, through little holes, you hear their chittering, and as you look back, Vlad, your little illusion has managed to keep them back for, like, it stops them in their tracks and puts a good amount of distance between you and that massive horde, which is good.
That's what counts. That counts.
Yeah, a couple of them come out of small holes in the walls as you're running alongside you, trying to bite at you. Vlad, you're gonna get bit twice. You're gonna take 15 points of damage. Vice, you're gonna get bit twice as well for 16 points of damage. As they're biting at you, hordes of them coming out, and you can see behind them dozens more following. Eventually, as you're running, you can see about 120 feet ahead of you now. It opens up into an underground river. You can see the water flowing. It's not too powerful, and it doesn't seem too deep. But you come out on this bottom end here. Each tile is 5 feet. Water counts as difficult terrain.
You said each one of these tiles is 5 feet?
Yes. The water is moving. The current's kind of dragging you to the right, and there are patches of raised land. I'll go ahead and add that. There's like patches of raised land that you could feasibly stand on. Just like sand banks. You guys are coming out to this bottom end here. As you come out, we'll go ahead and start initiative because you have these things right on your tail. A couple of them are right up next to you.
Uh, 13.
Pollux, as you're running, you guys are getting like nipped in your back, and Pollux is kind of. He sounds panicked, but he's also kind of like laughing. And as you get to the water, he says, "Oh, well, I suppose we're gonna have to take a swim." So go ahead and do Siam and Renee, and then
Yeah, Renee got a 13 as well.
Shit, I was muted the whole time. Vlad comes up to this and he looks very concerned, and he looks over at Vice and he goes, "Don't be alarmed, but I can't swim."
Oh, Siam actually laughs.
Are there still shadows stretching across this? And can I see these sandbanks?
It's fairly dark. Yeah, I'd say that
When you say this, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. How does that work? Does pure blackness count as shadows? Like when you're a complete blackness?
Man,
What does that let you do? Can you jump around? Do you need a light source for that to work?
No, I need shadows. That's the thing. Shadow walk.
But aren't shadows cast from light?
Yeah, but if darkness is, hold on, let me read it to you.
It's very strange to me.
Where is it?
In a cave, yeah, in a cave, I'll say yeah. You can move. You would probably be able to jump within your dark vision to places like that. Let's go with that. In a pitch black situation, you'd be able to move within your dark vision to places.
All right, so no, this is what it says. At 14th level, you gain the ability to step from one shadow into another. When you are in dim light or darkness, as a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 120 feet to an unoccupied space you can see that is also in dim light or darkness.
All right.
So dim light or darkness.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
after you say that, Vice pulls out a rope and says, "Here, take this."
Okay. Vlad grabs it and then shadow hops.
Wait. You can't. How does that work?
I imagine it cuts the rope in half. So
Vice just looks
in
and says-
Vlad's mind, he has this rope. He's safe right now.
Vice just looks like, "I thought you couldn't swim."
I can't, but you gave me this rope, and he's just gonna shadow jump to this.
To help you. Ah.
You can't do that with a rope.
I said it probably cuts the rope in half, but in his mind, he has this security line.
I can't even imagine how that would work. That hurts my brain.
Oh my god, it's like teleportation. Never mind, I'm thinking too sci-fi. I am way too sci-fi for you guys.
If it counts with him holding it, then wouldn't it also count with Vice holding it on the other end? Wouldn't you just be able to make a big rope chain of shadow hopping?
Could I?
No.
That's a good question. I imagine it just cuts the fucking slices the rope in half.
Okay. It cuts like a few feet off the end from what Vlad was holding.
It's melded into a shadow, and it's coming out.
It cuts exactly from where his hand was holding the rope. As you jump to the second sandbank, you're like knee deep in water, rough terrain.
Great. Better than drowning.
I'm just gonna.
You should get back here though, because we didn't do initiative or anything.
Oh, yeah, true. Jumping the gun. I got a 13 for initiative.
I got a 13 for initiative as well.
I thought you got an 11.
No, you got the 11.
Oh, I got an 11. Yeah, I'm looking way up.
Both me and Renee rolled 13s.
Okay. What about Siam?
Oh shit! Yeah, let me pull out his stuff. All right.
And Pollux, he just does what he wants to do. He doesn't let him do it. Try not to kill him this time, dickhead.
I did
No
not
promises.
kill him. He killed himself.
He did not kill himself. Vice meant to kill him. He tactically positioned him in a perfect spot to kill him.
Yeah, and it's a good thing I did.
Pollux,
No. Pollux ran over to heal Vlad, and then
yeah, but Vice told him to do that.
Yeah, true.
Siam's not on the map.
Ah, shit. All right, come on. All right. Yeah, Siam is Silver Boy. Wait, did I just change my color?
Yeah.
You sure did.
Oh my god. Can it stop being like that?
Oh, it's the punished.
There we go. Siam is the silver one.
Okie dokie, cat.
Alright.
What'd Siam get for initiative?
9.
Oh.
9? 9.
I'm gonna call them. I don't know. I guess I'll call them like badger monsters or something. You got 4 on your heels as you come out to this flowing river. Renee's up first.
Alright. I think she's just gonna... Let's see. Because it wants to let me grab her.
Are these 5-foot squares?
Yeah.
She's just gonna disengage and move 5, 15.
Anything in the water is difficult.
Yeah, I was
terrain.
counting that as... I think she can make it right here. She goes 5, then it goes plus 10 to 15, 25, and then yeah.
Yep, Renee sees them come in, turns back, and just takes a dip, goes diving into the water, and a few seconds later reemerges up on the sandbank. Is that her turn?
Yeah, that's her turn.
Alright, Vice, next.
Alright, I'm gonna take out 1 ration. And I'm just gonna like toss it down here somewhere and hope it kind of distracts some of them. And I'm gonna follow.
You can make a best of performance or deception, I suppose.
Let's see what those are for Vice. Performance is 3. Deception is also 3. What is happening with this thing? There it goes. So, 14.
Yeah, okay. Vice, the two that are between you, you pull out one of your winter rations, and as you toss it back down the cave, the two look at it. You kind of like wave it up in the air, like, "You want it? You want it?" And then you toss it down the way, and they turn back and begin scurrying back down the tunnel. Pollux looks at you like, "You fool! That was one of the good ones."
Then go get it with the badgers. I'm gonna 5, 15. I'm gonna make it right there.
He's swimming with the fishes. Right. Make a perception check, Vice.
Oh boy.
4.
Okay. Vlad, you're up.
Alright. I'm not going to be super cheesy right now because this gap is only 100 feet, and I could easily get to the other side right now.
I wouldn't separate too far from the party.
Yeah, no. I'm not doing that. What Vlad is going to do instead is, hop to this middle one, because that's only 50 feet. And, I'm going to create a bonfire because it's 60 feet. It's a concentration up to a minute. It's a cantrip. I'm going to create 5-foot cube, create a bonfire. So I'm going to do it right in between both of them.
Why?
The both of these things. Because then, see
I'll
how this
hit
line,
both of them?
yeah, see how this line right here
Okay.
is separating? So if I can hit both right there, perhaps.
Yeah,
5
alright. You're gonna light a bonfire and catch them both on fire?
Yes.
Alright. Is there a dex save they need to make or anything like that?
5 foot. All creatures that casting or entering save, or one. Yeah, it's a save. 1d8 fire damage plus 1d8.
What is the save?
Dex save.
Okay.
It doesn't have a DC. It's just a.
It will be your spell save DC.
Oh yeah. So great. Yep. Spellcaster again. 18. DC 18.
Alright.
Dex.
So they actually both barely failed. So go ahead and roll the damage.
1d8 plus 1d8. So 2d8. Why did they just put that? 6. It's just a hold off.
It's not bad for a cantrip.
Alright, you deal 6 damage to both of them as a little...
Oh, wait. It's 3d8 because I'm character level 15. So 1d8 at character level 5, 1d8 at character level 11.
Alright, so add another d8.
Yeah. 7 damage.
Alright. You light them both on fire, you know. With your magical prowess, you capture the tips of their tails on fire as well.
quick question: these creatures spend their life in these caverns in darkness. Do they react to the fire or the light in any critical manner?
They don't like it. They're like very aggressive honey badgers,
Okay.
and they want to kill you to make it stop, to end the pain, which is their entire life.
All right.
Pretty metaphysical for badger monsters, but I think it's
Seems targeted. Seems exact. I was hoping they would run away, but if they won't,
no, they want to kill you.
because that is.
No. Okay.
That's an action. Never mind. That's an action.
Pollux, he's looking at these two things and he's like, you know what I should do? He looks around. He's like, I should probably give myself something for things like this. I don't really want to fight. And you guys see, or maybe Vice, maybe not so much, but the rest of the party could probably see Pollux reach in, grab one of his coins, and he snaps it. The next thing you know, Siam looks over and Pollux is holding a dagger in his hands, and he says, "Hey, Siam, you remember this? An old crowd favorite?" Pollux holds the dagger and he looks over to Renee and says, "Whoop." And the next second, he blinks right next to where Renee is. Drops on the sandbank. Renee looks over and is like, "Oh, shit, what the? Oh, hey, it works. Nice." Which leaves Siam to get mauled by the Badger Masters. Badger Master.
Man, Siam is our just fucking permanent dummy boy.
Designated bitch boy.
Oh,
Yeah, but he's only going to take 5 points of damage.
good. I'd hate to have to carry him again.
Shut up. Yeah, you haven't been carrying very much lately, buddy.
No. Vlad's not made to carry, he's made to steal.
We'll go to Siam.
Siam is going to... That's a waste of a resource. Yeah, Siam is just going to disengage and hop in the water. And... I don't know. Swim to there? Question mark. How much... you said it counts as half speed in water?
Yeah.
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 25.
Basically, just count as, having to move double. So you move one square, it's 5.
Yeah.
Then you're at 15 here, 25
square.
here, then you can end at 30 right here. I think that's how it works.
Well, if it's half speed, when one square count is 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'm not sure. I was counting right here as like land, so counting that as 5. And then here it'd be 15, and then 25, and then 30. I think is how movement works.
Yeah, you'd be able to move.
Yeah, I think you can.
Okay, so I was right the first time.
Yeah,
You'd
because
be
I think
able
you
to
can
move
move.
to those sandbank where Renee is from that position.
Yeah. Siam's just gonna swim to like right here, right to that side of it.
Okay.
He's practically laying on the sandbank, but he's in the water still.
Alright. You see a few more of these creatures show up, but they stand on the edge of the water, hesitant. Vice and Siam, go ahead and make perception checks.
Perception.
11.
What do you roll perception with? Intelligence?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay, it's plus 2. 21. 21.
Yeah, okay, so as Siam has his mask on with the new settings, he ducks underwater and he's swimming. And then Vice, as you're swimming, you look over and you see Siam stop. And he's got his head under the water looking at something, and then his head comes up, jerks up, and he says, Vice! Vice! Something just fucking brushed by me.
What is it?
Something big. Thanks to Siam, you're not going to be surprised, but you might be surprised anyway if you get my meaning. Yeah. Suddenly, Vice, as he says this, you see very large. They look like squids almost swimming in the water. Two of them. They're moving with the river, and you can tell they're very fast underneath. They kind of swim around in circles, keeping their distance from you. I think Yalmar fought one of these before. Aboleths.
I think so as well.
I think this you fought one when you were getting Kuwabara.
Yep, that's right. And yep.
All right. Let me see what they roll for initiative. And that one bit.
Yes.
All right, so they're going to be at the bottom. Renee, as Siam screams this, Renee whips around and can see the two aboleths swimming around in the water now. They're very big, and Vlad looking at them kind of gives you a headache for some reason.
I don't like that.
Yeah, Renee, you're up.
Oh, Renee's up.
Yeah.
All right, she's gonna take a dash action and go 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 50. She's gonna move about right there. That's her turn.
Okay. With Vice up next.
All right, Vice, I believe, is also, let's see, 10, 20, 30. Does this count as me being on land or
Yeah.
on...
You're like
So that'd
right on
be
the edge of the sandbank.
So that'd be 25, and then I can move there, I think. Yeah, it'd be 10, 20, 25, 30.
No, it's still. I should clarify. When you stand on the sandbanks, if the water's still up to like your knees, this whole middle section is difficult terrain.
Oh, so the sandbanks aren't any
No, they
reprieve from
aren't.
that?
They are not reprieve from that.
Oh.
They're merely to get you up and standing where you're not swimming.
Alright, then I'll take the dash action too, so I can move about right here.
Okay. Vlad, you're up.
Alright, yeah, continuing, shit, there's one right there, and Pollux and Siam back there. Shit. Fuck. Okay, how about this? Hold on, let me read this. It's one action. So as a bonus action, Vlad is going to 500 feet. All right, cool. As a bonus action, Vlad's gonna pop back to this island. I can only take one, and Siam's a party member, so he's more important than Pollux. Pollux isn't really here. Yeah, Vlad is going to Dimension Door with Siam. He's gonna pop over there. Siam, come here, dude. We gotta go. Let's go. And literally, like grab onto him while he's in the water. He doesn't care if he has to be willing. So, yeah, cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
For
Take Siam to your magical dimension realm.
yeah, and we are going to pop out. It's up to 500 feet, but I don't want to be too fucking far away. We're gonna pop out over here.
Siam plops out face down in the water. Oh, it turned your stomach.
Yeah, you get used to it though. It's better than getting eaten. Don't worry. Go save them. And that's Vlad's turn.
Alright. The badger monsters now, you see them, they begin gathering up on the shore, even more of them now, and you can tell the horde from before is starting to catch up. I wish I could grab these things. Okay. Some of them are still kind of burning a little bit, but they're mad at life, so they don't care. they gather on the shoreline, and as Pollux looks back, he like hisses at them while they hiss at him, and then you see one kind of like tentatively jumps into the water and begins swimming, but is cast away by the river, and then more and more of them keep jumping in, and Pollux kind of like, oh, he turns whips around, looks at the aboleth, he like, oh man, this is dangerous. And Pollux, he's gonna look over at you, Vice, and he whips the dagger out. It glints in the light for a second, and then he drops out, and he's just suddenly on your back, kind of like clinging onto you for a second. Pops out of nowhere, clinging to you. Oh,
Get off of me!
Vice steps down. This is Harry.
It's what you wanted.
He grins. Siam is up.
Alright, Siam, because he was told to go help them, he's gonna stand on the edge of the bank. You guys can do it, let's go!
Yeah, you tell him to go help, and like Siam gives you a deadpan look, and he's like, "You guys can do it. Good job."
And then standing right there on that edge, yeah, he's just gonna toss a fucking explosive orb into the water down here, hoping to hit whatever. It's a DC 14 dex save or 4d6 fire damage, 25-foot radius.
It failed, but I think it's only going to take half the fire damage.
Yeah, I imagine if it's underwater.
Okay.
9 damage.
Siam tosses a cherry bomb basically into the water, and it explodes.
Dynamite fishing.
All right, let's see what these aboleths can do.
Yeah, let's see what these aboleths can do.
Oh, he's gonna get him. Hey, you know what? I really like this ability, and fuck it, let's roll a. Okay, Siam needs to make a wisdom saving throw. So does Renee. So, Siam and Renee both need to make wisdom saving throws.
Alright. It's +6 for Renee.
+2 for Siam. You got
That
17.
one.
Wow.
Alright, so Siam, he kind of is tossing cherry bombs, and then suddenly the one swims up near where the sandbank is, and then Siam doubles back, gripping his head. The aboleth over here, you see it stick out you see it stick out its massive head, and you see its tentacles kind of writhing under the water. A purplish beam flashes from its forehead, and then Renee kind of doubles forward, and then she stands up, and she is charmed by the aboleth.
Shit.
Alright. So Renee is up. Renee is compelled to kill.
Okay, gonna roll a d2. Cool. So, she's gonna move there. She's gonna take out her Medusa knife. Actually, she has 2 attacks with that. Let me check.
AJ's
Yeah,
like,
she
hey
does.
GM, fuck you.
Both Vice and Pollux are gonna get a swing.
Okay.
Let's see. +8 to hit. So first one's to Vice, second one's to Pollux. 12 is gonna miss Vice. 16 on Pollux.
Yeah, I'd say 60 probably hits Pollux.
Petrify him. No, I'm kidding.
Just 9 damage.
Alright.
One more.
What'd you say?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Alright, so yeah, Renee immediately drops her bow and pulls up her daggers, turns to you, Vice, and Pollux, and before you have a chance to react, Vice, you step back, you take a cut, and then Pollux, he takes a cut, and you hear just this, like, like he's not very used to getting cut with very large knives. Screams out. You see him genuinely angry for a moment, and then he, oh, so that's what that feels like. Woo! Vice, you're up.
I'm just gonna give him a disgusted look and say, maybe stick to your desk job then. I'm gonna grab him with my metal arm and shove him not as hard as I can. While I move past him, I'm gonna go 10, 20, 30. I'm going towards that obelisk. Make it,
Wait, so you're
right
taking
there.
Pollux with you?
No, I shoved him, shoved him
I
back.
thought he.
Oh, make a strength check.
I thought you pushed him in the water too.
Well, he might. Make a strength check.
Alright, let me check. Just a regular strength check or like an athletics?
You can make athletics.
Okay.
Pollux wasn't on the football team.
27.
Oh my god.
So I just grab him with the metal arms I'm moving and shove him while I'm going towards that obelisk.
You shove him out of the way. He's on the edge of the sandbank. He throws his arms back. He's like, and then he plops in the water with a splash.
And I'm going to take a defensive action as I get into the water there.
Alright. Vlad, you're up.
Alright. These fuckers are jumping in the water down here?
Yeah.
Assuming they don't...
More and more keep coming, too. It's like an endless flood of them.
Okay. Yeah, Vlad's gonna yell out, hey, this isn't like a time for fighting, this is a time for running. Oh, she's taking over! And he's going...
Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm fighting. Take Siam and get out of here.
Fuck that. I'm sick of that. Why do you have to be the big hero all the time, Vice?
Ooh, shit.
I'm just going to shake my head and keep going.
Mark, this is a very, very, very important question.
Yeah.
From this aboleth over here to this aboleth is about 50 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How high up is the ceiling? And if I was to pop reverse gravity in this room, would it just be a massive sinkhole created because the water?
I can imagine that not going well for a lot of reasons.
Well, I know,
but I think it would be amusing.
Yeah, that's. I'm asking for science right now.
Well, you know what they say about science. You never really know until you try.
Very true.
Time to use Bernard's old catchphrase.
Vlad, make a bullshit roll now.
50, 55. Damn it.
Bernard just in the background with his arms crossed, hey, maybe some warp stone would make that work better.
Oh my god. You know, because the stone is shiny and sparkly, Vlad might try it.
Well,
but that's we're here now.
Take my crack rock.
Oh my god.
Wizard needs stone badly.
Please, I need more.
Oh, crazy the things wizards will do for drugs. Shit. I got a lot of defensive out of the way.
Yeah, I got him a Capic.
I am. Oh wait, he's not there. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how this works. I'm gonna try and cast fear on this apple right here.
All right.
I'm gonna cast fear. Yeah, I'm going to cast fear on this.
What's the save?
It's a wisdom save, DC 18.
They have a +6 to wisdom, so
What?
these are challenge rating 10 monsters right here.
And they are using psychic moves. Ha!
You got a 10.
Ha! He's afraid.
He's afraid of you. What does that mean? Does that mean he's afraid of you specifically?
All creatures save or drop what is holding. And, oh, it's a 30-foot cone? What? I didn't know fear was a 30-foot cone.
It is?
Yes, fear range is 30-foot cone.
Huh.
All creatures save or drop what it is holding, and frightened.
That means it moves away from you and has disadvantage on attacks against you, I think.
Yeah. That's in a cone. I should have popped it on all these little fuckers down here.
You still got cast of it.
Yeah, I do, but at the moment, that's an action.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I don't
yeah,
think those guys are going to be a problem for just a minute.
as a bonus action, Vlad's gonna fucking skip to this island.
Okay. The badgers are. You see, like a few of them get cast down the river, but more and more come out, and you can see some of them actually managing to get to the sandbank. They're very persistent, if nothing else. And more keep coming.
Alright.
So, alright. Siam's up now.
The source of fear for that aboleth just left. I just casted that and fucking moved. That's such a waste of a spell. Fuck. Siam is going to dive in the water and swim over here. He said he was tired of Vice being the hero, so he's gonna do some action hero shit, I guess. I think he's gonna make it right here. Yeah.
While frightened by this spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest route until there is nowhere to move.
Yeah.
It does have line of sight to you, though.
It does or doesn't?
I imagine if it dives underwater, it doesn't anymore.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Siam's a brave man. He just jumps right in the middle of the water.
He just got done yelling at Vice that he's tired of Vice being the hero, so I guess. Hey man, you want to play Siam? Play Siam. Right now he's jumping in the water to come to this island of clusterfuck.
Questionable decisions.
Very questionable.
Alright. So with that, Siam does that. The aboleth, he has to take his dash action and run away. He dives under the water. He breaks line of sight. He's gonna try and make that save again.
Yep.
He'll pass it.
Oh, yep, he did.
So he's not gonna be afraid for the next turn. This aboleth over here, Vice, now that you've come in, let me tell you, as you look at it, this thing has a mucus cloud surrounding it. It's surrounded by it, and anything that hits it, anything that touches the aboleth or that hits it with a melee attack while within 5 feet must make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or be diseased. The diseased creature can breathe only underwater.
Oh.
What the fuck? It diseases you against oxygen?
That's pretty interesting. It also has probing telepathy.
Wow.
If a creature communicates telepathically with the aboleth learns the creature's greatest desires. So, can it speak? Oh, it does have telepathy. It's its turn. So, Vice, as the aboleth, you're underwater. You take a dodge action. You see the aboleth. Instead of attacking you, though, it stops and it stares at you, and then all of a sudden, you feel this probing telepathy in your mind. The thing in your mind, it says, it's just this garbled nonsense that would be deep speech, which you don't know. So instead it kind of just reads your thoughts and your mind. You can tell it. What does Vice desire, AJ?
Like overall?
Yeah.
These days, honestly, probably getting the party out of, like, getting them out of the dying world.
Okay. Vice, as it reads your mind, suddenly it begins flooding your mind of thoughts of your dead comrades. You see Siam, Renee, Vlad, Pollux is there too. You see all their dead corpses on a bloody battlefield, and it kind of assaults your mind with these images. But that it will be. Nah, fuck that. Fuck it. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. Vlad, make a wisdom saving throw. Alright, Vlad, so you're not enslaved. You feel, as it's attacking Vice's mind, Vlad, you feel the sense that it tries to attack your mind as well. You kind of just shake it off, though. Renee.
I'm a half elf. Remember that advantage against being charmed. Magic.
Oh,
can't
you
put me to-
are.
Yep, and also I have that ring. Remember, I have. Where is it? The ring of mind shield. While wearing this ring, and I'm attuned to it, I'm immune to magic that allows other creatures to read my thoughts, determine whether I am lying, know my alignment, or know my creature type.
Okay.
And they can only communicate with me telepathically if I allow them.
Okay.
Yep.
Renee is still charmed, so it's her turn now.
All right. Does she get a save against that or anything?
Not Aboleth's ability. I'll tell you straight up.
Okay.
She is enslaved until the Aboleth dies, or she can repeat the save on damage.
All right. So let's see. She's gonna pick up her bow. One. Just like from Siam, counterclockwise is gonna be 1,
Mhm.
2, 3, 4. Pollux again.
No. Renee, god damn it.
Pollux is a fucking lucky target.
Stop making me fuck.
Everybody hates Pollux.
That's kind of funny.
Fuck you, Pollux.
17 and a
damn it.
14.
Yeah, both will hit.
Okay. Well, you hate to see that happen. This happened the last time someone was enslaved as well.
The spirit of
20
John
damage.
Madden's there, like, you're ashamed of the sport, Pollux. Wow. Alright. So,
Did this Pollux just die on us again?
no. But as the arrows fly into Pollux, little blood pools form up in the water around him, and Pollux is like, "Oh, I think you read a lung. That's a lung. Wait." He like reaches and he pokes the wound. Oh wait, that's a kidney. That's a kidney. Renee, that's my kidney. And that's the first arrow. The second arrow comes in, and Pollux is like, Renee. All you can hear really in the cavern is flowing water and the sound of Pollux's miserable screams.
Why do our NPCs just always get fucking demolished?
It's charm. It's always charm. But okay,
Be thankful it's not the cannon again, Pollux.
Oh my gosh, yes, thankfully. It's
good
not
turn
the
again, Renee. Vice, you're up.
All right. I'm going to move the one more square and begin swinging at. No, I'm not. I forgot. No, I'm not.
I was about to say, I don't know about that.
I forgot about that. No, I'm not.
This turned out to be a deadly situation.
You did.
Damn it.
You want to hold your turn until after mine? I think we can. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, sure. I'll wait until Vlad's turn. I'm just gonna look and say, "Get her out of here, Vlad."
Yeah, no problem, dude. Okay. And yeah, Vlad's gonna pop over to right next to Renee, not inside of her melee range. He's gonna pop over next to her, and he's gonna say, "You're being a bit of a jerk right now. Sorry." And I'm going to drop the concentration on fear, because that was a useless spell to cast anyway.
Oh, it was broken anyways.
Yeah, in this moment it was useless the way I used it. And I am going to cast telekinesis. Yep, I'm going to cast telekinesis and yeet Renee 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Up this way. Fucking grab her and toss her into the water up there. I can't grab her thing. So,
Does that do damage or?
well, I imagine if I'm just throwing her in the water, it says move huge creature. Up
You
to
can keep
1,000.
holding on to her as well.
Yeah, it's concentration for 10 minutes. So
So you can just keep her suspended in the air.
you know what? Does that thing break if she goes unconscious?
She makes the rolls on damage, or if the aboleth dies.
I'm gonna keep holding her underwater. So she can't shoot anybody. If I hold her in the air, she can just shoot from the air. She has a bow.
Wait, do you still have banishment?
I do, yes.
I wonder.
No, I was thinking about that as well.
Because I'm wondering. I know if it's a way. I wonder if it still holds if it's not on the same plane of existence.
Oh, her mental domination that she
Yeah.
said, her enslavement. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna fucking hold her ass underwater.
Yeah. Okay.
So she can't shoot anybody.
Dunk the baby.
Pretty much. I telekinetically fucking whoop, yeet, splash, holding that bitch underwater.
All right. So after his turn, I'm gonna go. Marines, we are leaving. I'm just gonna use the dash action. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Gonna move right up there.
Okay. Glad you're up. Wait, didn't you just go?
Yeah. Remember, he held his turn till after me.
All right. Okay. So that would be Siam's up now.
All right. Yes, I am heard. Vice yell that outwards. So 10, 20, 30. He's gonna dash. Yeah. 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, 35, 70. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's just gonna fucking book it up that way.
Vice, you give one last look back and you see Pollux. He's in the water with 2 arrows sticking out of him. He gives you a very dramatic look, and then he starts sinking slowly under the water, and he puts his head up stoically, and he puts one hand up, like a fist up, and then uncurls into a thumbs up that slowly sinks under the water, and Pollux is gone. So that's Siam.
What? That's the fucking second time. Oh my god. He's not meant to be in our party, Mark. Do you understand this now?
But you don't understand. He is, though.
I don't think he is. Zinch keeps killing him, so
Renee, I guess, is just restrained.
yeah, she's held underwater. It's telekinesis. It doesn't have a save. It doesn't. Ability check with casting spellcasting
Alright,
ability.
well,
Strength.
I'm sure she can hold her breath for another couple of rounds or so. Vice, you're up. Oh wait, I didn't make the Aboleth go. I'm sorry. The Aboleth needs to go. What's her swim speed? So they have a swim speed of 40, so...
Does it
10,
need to go?
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Alright, so this one has 2 enslavements left. Go ahead, Vlad, make a wisdom saving throw. And this one's gonna chase after you, Vice. And it's gonna make...
Fuck. 13. Damn it.
It's gonna make 3...
What's the stipulations with that, Mark? Because I can't be. I actually cannot.
You cannot be charmed?
No, while I have that ring of mind shield, while I'm wearing this ring, I am immune to magic that allows other creatures to read thoughts. That just says read thoughts. I guess. I don't know. That's a tricky one. That one's up to you. I have advantage against being charmed because I half elf, and magic can't.
If you already have advantage, then yeah. No, if you already have advantage, then what else can we do, man?
I'm not sure, man. That's up to you. That's
Ring
why
of mind shielding. Yeah, I did give that to you.
Yep. Vlad's mind should be a fucking gulag. His mind's the gulag.
Alright, that's fair. I guess we can call that.
I'm not trying to argue it. I'm just trying to say I'm a little confused on it because.
Well, fuck it then. If it can't do Vlad, it's gonna do Siam. Make Siam do it. Fuck it.
Alright. Fair enough. Cyan's wisdom. It's a +2. He's got better wisdom than fucking Black.
Great.
6.
Great. So
Both of our
Cyan is now enslaved. Vice, you are going to be struck.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, it's gonna try to strike you. Man, these things are pretty fucking strong. Check out this shit.
This is just the perfect situation for them. Dang.
Yeah, those were both gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
The 11 misses.
You're gonna need to make 2 Constitution saving throws. So and you're gonna take 46 plus 10.
11 and an 18.
Alright. Or become diseased. Alright, so here's the way this works. For 1 minute, it has no effect, and can be removed by any magic that cures disease. I think Renee has some of that. I think Pollux
She
has some of
does
that as
have-
well.
Yeah.
Renee does have
Renee
remove
does have
curse
that,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Right.
Or lesser restoration. Yeah, that's what it was.
So Renee and Pollux could probably maybe do
Yeah,
that
she
for
has-
you.
She has the cantrip of spare the dying. 2
So
long rests.
you've got
Yeah, she's got lesser restoration. That works.
you have a minute. You take 23 points of damage, and you have a minute.
Okay.
All right. It touches you, and you feel strange, Vice. You feel fishy. Renee is restrained. Vice, you're
Wait.
up.
So this one is controlling Renee, and this one is controlling Cyan. Or Renee's enslaved to this one.
Yup, and it's not a like a sustained thing. It's an enslavement, so it's until they die or until they break it by damage.
That's it. Do they have to save if they take damage?
No,
Like, concentration
I think
favor?
if the aboleth has to die for that to work.
All right. Well, I'm gonna turn. I'm already cursed. I'm gonna turn around and start swinging. That 20.
Nice.
That one.
One.
God damn it, AJ, get out! You're banned. You're
Ah.
banned. I'm
All right,
banning
where's
you
the
for more
thing?
armor.
Where's the Zinch roll, baby? I get 3 attacks. I'm a big old fighter. 18.
18 hits.
All right, so that's gonna be 2. So 46 plus.
Get out.
Takes 33 points. No, yeah, and I gotta do some weird stuff. So that's gonna be. How it's a max die roll, right?
Yeah, it's max
So,
damage, so
Oh, max damage. Nice. So it's gonna be plus.
max damage plus the roll.
2d6 is 12 plus 7, so that's gonna be plus 19.
Our
Crits are how
Warhammer-
you kill things.
Yeah, our Warhammer
Oh.
crits are fucking nice.
So that's gonna be 52 damage.
Cool.
So I just turn, grabbing my great sword and just smashing into this thing.
Yeah, it lets out a psychic shriek as it whips out the tentacles and bashes at you, and you turn around with a great sword and Vice. You're just that cool, so you can swing your thing underwater, just smash it in the side. Like alien blue blood begins coming up from it.
After I do, I'm gonna hold the point of the blade up to it and say, "Release her or die, creature."
Go ahead, roll intimidation.
Nope.
Oh,
What's that? The 4th nat one tonight?
Yeah, it looks at you, and as you point the blade at it, one of its tentacles suddenly whips around the blade, like wrapping around it, and you hear, "Join us in the deep." Glad you're up.
alright. As a bonus action, Vlad is gonna zoop, finally over here on this land. I'm still concentrating on the telekinesis with Renee.
Yeah, she's been down there for like 10 seconds now.
I'm not taking her out of the water yet because I doubt she's fucking unconscious. So
You want her to be unconscious?
Yeah, she's gonna be an issue if she's shooting at us and we can't. We have to deal with her while trying to
Alright.
kill this thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring her closer underwater telekinetically and still holding her underwater right here. Right in front of the land. I'm just both hands keeping her dunked underwater.
Renee is
Listen.
laundry.
Don't knock her unconscious because I need her.
Oh, very true shit. All right.
Listen, here's what you need to do.
I
You
gotta
need to move her over here somewhere and help me kill these things.
Yeah.
Vlad,
I'm gonna
do damage.
Well, I need
Vlad,
to get her out of the way.
do damage.
I got this.
Vlad.
I got this. Don't
The
worry.
golden one
All right.
is like, Vlad, do damage.
Vlad doesn't even know who the golden one is.
Come on, Mr. Sorcerer.
That's not
Do something.
I really like the idea of this, though. Simon's like, I'm not going to let you keep being the hero, jumps in and immediately gets mind controlled. and then Vice is like, well, here I am being the hero again.
Yeah, Vlad's gonna drop.
Please stop making this a shonen anime.
just to try it. I'm gonna drop.
I'm not. It's a
concentration
grim,
on
dark
telekinesis.
anime.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop concentration on telekinesis with holding on to Renee and
Why can't I make Siam anything more than a minor character? Why?
He will ever be. He's hit his field.
He's like Krillin.
Pretty much, yeah. He is our Krillin. He's there, but he's there.
He's the strongest human on the planet.
He is. I am going to drop concentration on the telekinesis, and I'm going to banish this abjuration.
Alright, what's the save for that?
It's a charisma 18 save.
Charisma?
Yep.
Alright, they have +4 for charisma. Why does a squid monster have +4?
Because they're fucking telepaths. Yes!
Yeet.
Yes!
Alright. So
Does Renee come back to us?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Renee is... You let up the telekinesis and banish the aboleth. Vice, it disappears right in front of you with a little pop. Makes a rubber ducky sound. And...
I'm gonna look back and see if Renee's.
Yeah, Renee, her head reaches the water, and you just hear, "Oh God!"
And it's like, good job, good job, Vlad.
Vlad's still looking at Renee. Are you with us again?
What?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
get her out of
no.
here.
As she's like, "Oh, what?" Siam comes up from the side and grabs her. Siam has to make they both have to make grapple checks.
All right, I gotta see what
The NPCs do opposing grapple checks at each other.
She's got +5 dex. 17.
I am assuming Siam is proficient in athletics, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, is she proficient in the other one? Whatever the other
She's
one is. You can
proficient
roll.
in acrobatics.
Add an extra 5 onto that then.
21. Damn
70,
it.
89 to 21. 22.
Oh. Wow. Okay, so
He's better than mine.
by 1, Siam comes up and jumps on top of Renee and starts trying to drag her down. You see them both kind of disappear under the water for a tense moment, and then Renee's head reaches back up, and you see Siam is kind of like on the other side with a new welt on the side of his head.
Everybody come this way. You two, stop it!
Vlad, the lifeguard.
Yeah, pretty much. Can't swim, but I'll fucking save you.
Alright. This aboleth over here, Vice, it has 1 more enslavement left, so go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Fucking
I'm
boy.
good at these.
Yeah, you're real good.
7.
Yes! Got him! Got him! So, alright, Renee's up.
Alright.
Vice, your eyes roll back in your head as you're watching Renee and Siam fight.
She's gonna go 10, 20, 30 over here, so I guess Siam can get an attack of opportunity or whatever. That's fine. She's gonna make 2 shots at that aboleth.
Alright. It's been 1 round so far since you've been cursed.
Yeah, so it's 6 seconds.
Yeah, so you got 9 more rounds left.
Nat 20, 26. I'm assuming those both hit.
Yep.
Yeah, that aboleth is now petrified.
Neat.
Well, I
Wow.
think it has to make a save, actually.
For Renee. It's a DC con 16.
Oh wait, hang on. Let me see. Yeah, then DC 16 con saves, so it needs to make 2 of those, or become petrified.
Alright, cons +6.
Dang.
25 and a 12.
I guess it's stun then, but
Okay.
it's still a nat 20 and a regular hit. So
How much damage does it take?
I'm about to roll that. So it's 1d10 plus 5, so it should be. Or, oh god damn it! Roll 20. 10 plus 15 takes 38 points of damage.
Okay. This isn't the one that you fucked up before. This one doesn't have too much damage on it. So yeah, as the 2 arrows fly into it, it gets stunned. What does that say? Paralyzed?
Yeah, paralyzed. So it's basically just stunned for the
Yeah,
next.
alright.
Oh, it has to repeat the save every turn. Okay, so it can no telling how long it's paralyzed for.
Excellent. Good job, Renee. Vice, you and Siam are both enslaved in the water now.
We're about to have. Wait, since.
Vice, you're up. So it's.
All right.
I'm saying you guys are like both enslaved in the water together.
Do I consider Siam my enemy or?
No. You two are working together.
Okay. I'll get to move up here. Do I have anything I can do? Let's see. Not really. No, I guess that's about all I can do.
Alright. Vlad, you're up then. Ellis.
Are you there?
Yeah. I'm recognizing the pattern of suck that's going on right
Kill it.
now. Quick question. I'm concentrating on the banishment.
Yeah.
I would cast any non-concentration spell you've got on that one, because if the other one comes back, it still has a use left and will just enslave me again because I don't have any modifiers on my wisdom save.
Alright, I'm going to just...
I would also recommend not being there when Vice gets out of the water.
Yeah, I'm going to move down this ways a little bit. Vlad doesn't even walk in darkness. He literally just fucking shadow wheels. And I'm just going to shoot a firebolt at this one. Because that's all I can do right now.
Okay.
Firebolt. It's instantaneous.
We got an AC of 17.
Alright. It is plus 10. 24. 12 damage.
Okay. You're just shooting off shots at it in the water.
Yep.
Blast it in the face. It's doing not so good. Still pretty healthy, I would say. Siam.
Alone.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and say you guys have put enough distance where the badgers are gonna have a hard enough time getting to you. Siam is charmed, however, enslaved, and it's his turn.
Yeah, pretty much Siam is just gonna keep... You said him and Vice are...
Working together, yeah. So they're both trying to kill you two.
10, 20, 30, yeah. He's made it to Renee, and he's just...
Oh, come on, not this shit again.
Swinging at her. So, let's see. Alright. 13 and a 25.
Okay.
Does that 13 hit again?
No, 13 is not a hit.
Nope, she has a 16 phrase. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. 1d6. Or 6, 1d10. 8 damage.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Renee. She's standing on the riverbank, and Siam swims up. Renee brandishes her daggers, parries a few strikes from Siam, but Siam gets a cut across the arm. Or Renee gets a cut across the And with that, this Aboleth now, what does he have left? He doesn't have any more enslaves. So let's go ahead and do. He'll swim up to the shoreline there, and that'll be his turn. The other one's banished. We're up to Renee now.
Let me see what she can do. Considering doing a risky maneuver again.
Aboleths are a little bit more psychically stronger than demonettes are.
Yeah. Think here.
On this other end, I should say, there's a tunnel leading out of this area.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Since Vlad is up there right now, does he hear anything at least coming from that tunnel? I know he's focusing on the fight, but visually, but sound-wise, does it sound like anything else is behind him in that tunnel?
Make an Arcana roll.
Renee's gonna move over there so he can take an opportunity attack. That's fine. And she's gonna pelt some more arrows in. Hopefully, 10, 15. Does 15 hit?
15 does not hit.
He rolled a 13 to opportunity attack. I rolled a 23 for that Arcana, though.
Okay, Vlad, you feel this kind of fury, this kind of malicious intent coming from the tunnel. It's very bitter and angry and spiteful.
Oh, terrific.
Okay, so Renee just went?
Yeah.
Alright. Vice, you're still charmed, you're up.
Wait, don't I go after Vlad nowadays? Since I.
Oh
killed
yeah,
my
you
dragon?
do. I forgot I didn't change it around.
I forgot
Vlad,
about that.
you're up.
It might be worth trying to banish it.
I have twinned spell, so they weren't right next to each other when I cast it though. Yeah, fuck it, because yeah, I'm going to drop concentration on the banishment of this one over here, and now this one is being banished, and that is fourth level. I'll have one fourth level slot.
That was charisma, you said?
Yeah, charisma 18.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, so now that one's banished.
Alright. That would free Siam and Vice both. However, this one appears back. So that one was over here. That one's gone. Alright, now we're to Vice. Vice, as you regain your senses, you see the aboleth behind you in the water. You see the rest of the party. Siam's over there like, oh god, why does my head hurt?
Quick, get back up here.
You said there was a cavern in here?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to take a dash action. So 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
As Vice is doing that,
start moving through there.
Vlad's going to yell, wait, there's something very evil in there.
There's something very evil out here too.
I understand that. Okay,
I'll take my chances.
very well.
Okay,
I'm gonna move into the cavern there.
sounds good. Siam.
Yes, I am fucking 10, 5, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, Siam's fucking booking it.
I'm sorry. All right. The Aboleth is gonna get one more turn off, and I was gonna do something really fun and sneaky, where I was gonna secretly have him enslave Renee if she failed. But you can all be glad because Renee passed. Good job, Renee.
Thank you, Renee.
Petrification. Bid.
Speaking of which, she's going to use lesser restoration on Vice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that needs to happen now.
Very important.
I think you had
As soon as you clear the tunnel, Renee will come over to you and cure you of your fish disease. Lucky you. Siam looks around, like, "Where's the blue one?"
Pollux out there somewhere.
Oh, right then. Let's carry on.
Yeah. Now Vlad.
As we're walking, Vice will put his metal arm or grip Vlad's shoulder with his metal arm and say, "Good job out there."
You say that now, but I almost left you. There's something evil up ahead. That's the only reason why I didn't.
Either way.
Yeah, we're just lucky that that thing didn't know about your arm, because maybe that would not have been nice.
Just shrug. What do you think's up here?
Very evil, malicious, angry thing. That's all I know. I can go check it out, actually. I'll do it. Because I really want to get out of here. This place is no fun. So,
I know. Hold
yeah.
on. Hold on.
After Vlad
No,
says
hold
that
on.
Oh, okay.
Shit, man. I need more like good music. I need BFG Division.
Yeah. Do you? Yes, you do, actually.
It's not good enough.
That one that you played before sounded kind of better.
I don't know. It's my go-to. I need BFG Division. Count on it. Next session, BFG Division.
Better be.
As you're walking through the tunnel, you're praising Vlad, and Siam is walking ahead of you in front of the party, and he turns around and he says, "Yeah, well, as long as he doesn't run out, I don't think. After everything we've been through, I don't think whatever's ahead is going to be too much trouble." And then all of a sudden, he cuts off and stops. Everybody stops dead in their tracks as Siam looks down, and you see that he has a large blade protruding through his chest, coming from his back.
Oh.
All you hear is a what? And then the blade pulls out, and Siam drops to his knees and drops down on the floor. As Siam drops to the ground, Renee will step back. She begins pulling her daggers and begins saying something, and then all of a sudden, Vice, you'll turn around, you'll see a massive Chaos Knight-looking monster with a battle axe bring it down on the back of Renee's head.
Shit!
Vlad, as you perhaps try to jump into the shadows, you move to your shadowy dimension, but then all of a sudden you see yellow eyes everywhere that you've never seen before in this dimension, and they surround you from all sides. as they rip and tear into your legs. They begin engulfing you in your own dimension. And Vice, you're left in the middle of all this, quickly surrounded by these demonic beings. It's quick and brutal as they surround you. They basically just rip you apart.
K.O.
And then dominating. Eventually, Vice, your eyes pop back open, and you see the stone floor and the gray stone walls. You're in some kind of rectangular room. There's an old broken table in the center. Pollux is moving around, examining books and statues, and he's got a tome in his hand, and he's kind of flipping through. Renee and Siam, they're sitting at chairs in the by the table, and as you wake up, Renee, her eyes shoot open, and she
As I wake up, I shoot up, grabbing my blade and pulling it out.
Yeah, you
Where
look around the
are we?
room. There's nothing. Siam looks up. Renee literally falls out of her chair when she wakes up. Vlad, you find yourself in a corner, kind of curled up.
Yeah, Vlad's shooting firebolts in the corner right now.
Yeah, you wake up in like a flurry of energy. Everybody's up and doing something, and Pollux is just, oh, good, you're awake.
I'm gonna point my blade at him. What did you do to me?
Well, you lost the game. You shouldn't let your healer die like that. Well, what if something bad happens to you? Then nobody will be able to patch you up, you know?
That's what Renee's for.
Ugh. Renee can't do it as good as I do.
This is what you wanted. You wanted to be part of the action. If you don't like it, go back to your cozy desk in the longhouse.
You know that I'm not going to do that. Why are you so rebellious? Come on. Is it too much to ask that you maybe don't murder me? It's a little uncalled for.
You did that yourself.
Well, actually, it was the squid monster that did it. I didn't count on that happening.
Vlad's gonna finish his freak out, and then he's gonna stand up and walk over, and he's like, I asked you if you were here. You just died a second time, and you want to blame us? Maybe send a body that can actually fight or help.
I'll sheath my blade and say, you want me to be less rebellious? Well, you're not setting a good example. We're out here risking our necks, and you send body doubles.
What's the problem? You don't have a problem when Bernard does it. Why can't I do it?
Don't have a problem when Bernard does it. They tried to kill me whenever I awoken.
Yeah. I remember that. Pretty good show. Well, you say they. It was just Yalmar.
They didn't stop him. But Renee stopped him. They watched.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that, but yeah, seriously, if you're the boss, I mean, maybe start acting like a boss? Question mark. This is Vlad talking to Pollux. Before I signed this contract, yeah, this place sucks, but I wasn't in danger of dying every 5 seconds. I stole to get by. I lived pretty comfortably. Nothing luxurious, but this is just stupid. Yeah, very stupid. I believe that's the word. Unprofessional. Unprofessional.
You know, I really
Yeah,
didn't want to do this, but I could force you. You will do this. I mean, you did sign contracts and all that, did you not?
Yeah,
You
but
have
I
to
thought-
go for the artifact. You have no choice. No matter how arduous or how painful it could be.
The vocal agreement I had suggested I should have been out of this the moment we left Talabheim. I'm here out of
I was
my
there.
own volition.
I watched as well. I wasn't there, but I watched as you made that deal. What was it? If you survived, Bernard would set you up for life, and if you
Not that
died,
deal. Not that deal. I'm pointing at him like my fingers on his chest. The deal I made with your master, with Castor.
oh, yeah. Where's Castor now?
That's a good question.
Hmm,
Where is he?
well,
Pollux.
maybe he went on vacation. No, that's what happened. I'm filling in for Castor. So, anything that Castor used to do for you, you can just rely on me for.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
Well, who cares what you believe? I don't. What are you gonna do? Turn around?
Vlad's a little confused in this situation. He knows that Pollux and them are powerful, but he doesn't know that they're more powerful than he is. So yeah, he's a little irritated in this situation. I'm gonna use Power Word Stun. That's my 8th level spell slot on Pollux right now.
Okay.
That's just a Constitution save. 18.
Yeah. In the name of consistency, these coins are reactions.
Okay.
If they weren't, Bernard would be dead right now.
True. Very
So,
true.
you have to understand, Pollux is that kind of character.
No,
so-
no, I'm saying Vlad doesn't understand this. He's just
Mhm.
annoyed with the situation. He's
I know.
gone along
I don't
with it.
like abusing these kind of characters, but that's what the kind of character Pollux is. So
No, that's understood.
yeah, as you whip out Power Word Stun, in the brief moment it takes you to cast it, Pollux has reached down and he's got a coin in his fingers.
Question mark. Actually, if I spend a sorcery point to cast it as a subtle spell, that means no verbal and no any components needed. That's kind of like a stealth way of casting it. I can just like think the spell and it casts. How about that?
Since you've never done it before and he's probably not expecting it, I'll let you try it.
Yeah, so I will
Also save.
spend a sorcery point and you know what? Let me look at the extent of this. The save is a DC 18 dex save, but
All right. Well, I hate to tell you this, but you got a nat 15, so he's gonna pass.
I succeed or he succeeds.
He succeeds. He got a pretty good dex score.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Vlad doesn't know these things. Just in this moment, he's just like, all right, this is enough right now.
I like the idea because you hadn't tried it before. If it would have passed, I think it would have worked this one time.
Yeah.
But when you try it, he catches you doing the briefest of magical incantations.
Yeah, I'm thinking this magic at him right now. Like this is okay. They're magic. I'm magic too.
Right
Let's
before
see
it goes off, he snaps the coin. Alright, so Vlad, here's what's gonna happen to you. Did you ever play Planescape Torment?
No. Torment.
Alright. Vlad, as you're standing there, you hear the coin snap, and Vice, you kind of like cringe at the sound of it. And then, Vlad, you shoot up in red flame. Your entire body engulfs. And this is not the pleasant kind of fire that you're used to. This hurts. It burns. It doesn't kill you, but your whole body is kind of just lit up in a fire.
Oh man.
Vice is gonna try and grab Pollux when he does this.
You're free to do what you like, Vlad. You can still remain coherent, and after a while, you can manage to stay like capable.
Can I counterspell the fire that's on me?
I'd say you could try.
All right. Blah, blah, blah. If my mouse would fucking cooperate.
So
Stop
go ahead,
the
Vice.
spell.
What are you saying?
I'm gonna try and with my metal arm grab Pollux by the throat when he does this.
What's the spell level that he's casting? Because the DC is 10 plus spell level ability check. If
I don't know, man.
spells-
Just roll the ability check. I'll tell you later.
I just roll my charisma.
I have no idea, dude.
It's you. You make the DC against it. It's DC 10 plus spell level, spell casting ability check. If
Yeah, it's Pollux's spellcasting ability check, I think.
yeah. It's
For a
DC.
counter spell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's trying to counter Pollux's spell. Pollux has to make the. Wait, no.
That's not right.
Or is it
Hang
me?
on.
DC,
Yeah,
oh,
I think it
it's
is
me?
you.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Yeah, no, that's right. Sorry, it's this. You're trying to counter. You roll your spell thing. You're trying
My
to counter
spell
whatever
attack,
this thing is.
yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I got lost in the. I'm trying to think ahead of something, so I got kind of lost in the actions there. What was going on?
12. Fuck. The DC for it is supposed to be 10 plus the spell level.
All right, Vlad.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not. Look, it's more of an RP thing, dude.
Mhm.
It's just
No,
your
Vlad
whole
doesn't
body is.
understand the situation. Yeah,
I
he's
know,
just trying
dude.
to
I know.
magic.
I'm saying
Yeah.
you're suddenly caught up on fire. It's more of an RP thing. It burns.
Yeah,
It's,
Vlad's
it's
freaking out right
extremely. It's not debilitating, but it's pretty painful. Sucks.
Yeah.
Painful. It's like a punishment. There's a character like that in Planescape Torment. Yeah, you grab his throat, Vice, and he just looks at you. He's got one hand on his bag, but he doesn't pull out a coin. He cocks his eyebrows at you.
What did you do to him?
Yeah, Vlad's like, ah! It burns.
Renee's like,
It
oh
burns."
shit, oh shit. Vlad, he attacked me first.
I'm gonna squeeze a little more and say, "Let him go."
It's all to jump in late.
You think I'm gonna let him go out there and jump in there with those obelisks?
You think I can breathe?
Put it out.
Can't breathe.
Then you better put it out.
Make an intimidation roll.
21.
Ooh.
After a brief moment, you see him grab a coin, and you think he's going to use it against you, but then he kind of lets it drop back into the bag, and Vlad, you drop to your knees, suddenly put out. You're still smoking, though, and Renee runs up to your side. There's no visible effects, it was mostly just pain. Renee comes up and, like, oh god, you're smoking.
Yeah, Vlad at this point, he's about to flip his lid. I don't get it. What are you guys? This makes no sense at all.
Vice's
This is
other hand was on
ridiculous.
his silvered knife, but he gives Pollux a long look before just throwing him into the table.
Pollux
Insane.
doubles over the table and drops down, and when he pushes himself back up, he says, you know, we have to get, on the same page here. As much as you don't like me, you do have to do what I say. We're getting the artifact one way or the other.
We are
You
going
bitching
towards
and
the
crying about
artifact.
it's not helping.
This isn't a game. This isn't
Fuck
one of
if
your
it
picture
isn't.
books.
All of this is a game. You pathetic little characters don't even understand that.
Characters. We are people.
You are insects. And Pollux loses his cool, and he screams that at you, but then he stands up and brushes himself off, and he says, you are tools, and you should remember that. Tools can be broken and replaced. And
Well,
he
you'd
opens
better
the
be
tone back
careful.
up, and he turns away from you, and he acts like he's reading through the book again.
If you're not careful, the tool will take your hand.
Listen to this. He starts reading. We cannot get out. We cannot get out. They have taken the bridge and the hall. We cannot get out. The end comes soon. We hear the badger monsters. Badger monsters in the deep. They're coming. And he looks up at you expectantly.
Is that what I was feeling? That presence, that angry presence. Is that what we're moving towards? A big badger monster.
It seems that way.
This place is fucking bullshit. How do I leave? I want to leave. I want to leave now.
I don't think it's going to be very far now. One more push and I think we should make it out to the other side.
Yeah, you say that. Don't bother sending one of your doubles this time. They're kind of useless. Babysit us from afar.
No, I think I'll move beyond that trick. Maybe I should... oh, hold on. He puts a hand over his face, and then the hand moves, and you see Bernard's face, and he says, Bernard Tarrington, at your service. What can I do for you today? Renee groans and just puts her head down on the table.
You're not funny, so why act the part of the court jester?
Vice, you know, if you just opened up to me, I could help you. You don't have to be a puppet anymore. If you just did what I said all the time, Vice. If you just did what I said, you could be free.
But isn't that what puppets do? They kind of just, you tell them to move, they move.
He drops the axe, and his face turns back to normal. So I think we'll take a break and get ready to move in an hour or two. What do you say?
I'll just go to a corner silently and pull out a whetstone, start sharpening my blade.
Do spell slots come back on long or short rests?
Depends on your class. I think yours are long rests.
Spell slots. Spain. Yep, I get them back on long rests. Yeah, Vlad's gonna fucking. I would like to take a long rest.
I don't think we're gonna have that kind of time, unfortunately.
Shit. Okay. Alright. Well, I won't have.
Yeah, it'll be alright. We'll get through it.
Well, actually, no, that's not true. I can. Let me look at the conversion, because I can burn my sorcery points to get spell slots back.
Yeah.
Ah,
Does that cost an action or something?
It costs sorcery points.
No, I mean like if you were to do it in combat.
As a bonus action.
Yeah.
I can't do anything past the 5th level though. That's expensive. Holy shit! It's a 5th level spell slot is 7 sorcery points.
Yep. So I might save that for situational
Let's see if
things.
there's any 5th level spots that I need for sure, so I can spend them. No, because all I have is telekinesis for 5th level. And yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. Do I learn any spells at 15th level? Oh, I do learn one more spell. Okay. In that case,
Pollux is over there humming the Vice theme.
I'm adding one more spell to my spell list.
Legendary potion, bone hurting juice. A colorless, tasteless, odorless potion that immediately causes the affected to take 8d10 force damage and exclaim, "Ow, oof, my bones."
Oof, that hurt, buddy.
Alf, my bones.
Oof.
Potion.
You know what? I got the Blade Blast Fireball back.
Bro, I like this one a lot, actually.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm taking Delayed Blast Fireball back. Alright, cool. Cool Modi. Let's go.
Bottle
Go.
of bees.
Bottle of D.
Alright, Bernard, you finished clearing the dungeon. You find some potions. Bees. Potions of bees.
Oh no.
Bees.
Nice.
Bees.
Wow, 2 in a row. What a waste. Alright. I'm back up to full health. I only lost 15 hit points, so. Overkill pretty well.
How are you guys looking for playing for the rest of the week?
I'm good. I really don't have anything on my schedule all week besides I get home at 6:30 every day. So.
I can probably do one more day this week. I've got some other stuff due, but after this, yeah, one more day this week will be good for me. You just gotta let me know when.
Yeah.
Alright, so maybe if we do like a Friday, maybe?
Yeah, well, I could try to swing that.
It doesn't have to be Friday. AJ, just let me know if there's a good night for you, because I think I might want to break this up into 2 bits.
All right.
No, yeah, like I said, I'm pretty much.
Alright, but we'll continue for a little bit longer.
Okay. You heard me though, right? I had one more spell that I just have on my list, so I took back Delayed Blast Fireball. So now I have some fucking.
I mean, you never used it, so I don't really care.
I know. Well, I gained it, but never fucking used it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, we'll jump over to the new map. You guys come out to a cave network that eventually you pass through great dwarven halls, and eventually you find that you are in fact in a dwarf fortress, very old and decrepit. Everything's like gray and run down. As you come out to one path, I made a map for reference. Let me double check it. The path will. You come to like a main chamber that arcs, and then like across, it goes into 3 different directions. The walls are engraved with images of the rise and fall of a dwarven civilization, as well as various beasts and monstrosities.
You guys want me to I don't know, check out these paths?
Sure. Be careful.
Yeah, I'll try my best. Yeah, I'm gonna stealth and let's see.
I think every time you tried this, it failed.
3. Indeed, and it'll probably fail this time as well. I am going to check this path. I will stealth. 18. Finally a good stealth roll. And are there any torches, or is this still darkness? Is it still?
There's no torches unless you brought them yourself.
Nope, it's still darkness. I will. I'll sticking close to the walls. Same deal. Path hopping.
Alright, Vlad. It arcs around about this way, and then you come to a sheer, solid stone wall right there.
because I believe myself to be hidden, I think I am hidden. I will check out the wall.
All right, make an investigation check.
Alright. Could I sense for magical energies as well? Or
Sure.
check it for glyphs, runes, all kinds of that stuff.
Yeah,
Investigation.
sure.
Oh, 5.
Hmm.
Could I roll Arcana for that other one though?
You can try it.
24.
Vlad, you're looking over the door, and or not the door. I'm sorry. You're looking over the wall, and you. It looks like a perfectly ordinary wall to you. However, you feel some kind of. You feel like a magical energy is somewhere deep in this cavern. To your left, from where you're standing, you feel like there's a steady buildup of energy somewhere like where I'm marking this area here.
I'm gonna place my hand on the wall. Is it permeable?
Yeah, it's a solid stone wall.
With that, I'll hop back up the pathway to the intersection.
All right.
There's nothing but like a stone wall at the end over there, dead end. But it feels like I don't know. There's strong magic on the other side. Maybe I can go check this one next.
All right, do what you will.
Same deal. Do you want me to reroll stealth?
You don't have to. You're going to the left one.
Yeah.
All right. Vlad, this time as you go around the path this way, it actually curves and goes to a little square room and then continues up the path, and this way as well seems to have a stone wall at the end of it. At this room here, as you take a peek inside, it's not too big. Poke around and you find a chest that has 3 of these little silvery potions in them. I'm still deciding what they do, but I assure you it'll be great.
Okay. Vlad will pocket them. We'll consider this like a finder's fee for your fix. And anything else?
Make a perception check.
Alrighty. 6. 19.
Vlad, you devilish rogue, you. As you're walking through this room, you hear like a stone pebble drop by your feet. A normal man, a sane man would keep going, but you whip around and you turn down and you inspect the floor panel where you just stepped, and as you lift it up, you see there's a little nook here where someone, maybe a long time ago, a dwarf, left an ancient bottle of dwarven rum and a golden goblet. The goblet has gems encrusted on it and looks very valuable.
Those are both mine. Okay, yeah, if that's it in this room, a bottle of ancient dwarven rum. And a super rich gauntlet. Worth 1,000,000 gold.
Worth the most gold.
Goblet. Yep. Alrighty. Yeah, if that's this room, come here, bitch. Fuck. Come here. If that's this room, Vlad's gonna zoop, 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 hop back up this end. Another dead end, but again, checking the wall.
Yeah, go do an investigation in Arcana.
Ready up. Oh, 17.
Nice. Vlad, you find a little a barely perceivable switch, like a little stone that you push in to your left.
I'm going to hug the wall, sticking up against it, trying to stick to the shadows, and I'm just gonna like push it and see what it does.
When you push it, a little door slides up to the ceiling right in front of you. You see a little hallway that arcs around this way. However, Vlad, with your nat 20 Arcana roll, as you look up to the ceiling, you see that the doors of old seem to have fashioned some kind of grate at the top. And as you rub a finger along the walls, you see that there's some kind of residue that makes you sleepy when you sniff it.
Hmm. 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 I can't be put to sleep magically, but I can't speak for magic powder. Well, not as magic. Well, that's okay to Vlad then. I mean, that's nothing to him. Yeah, so Vlad's going to. Yeah, I'll go down. I'll venture down this little hallway a little bit.
All right. Vlad, about halfway down, you hear a little clicking sound, and then a little blast of white powder blasts you in the top of the head and on your face. It makes you cough and it makes you a little drowsy, but since you can't be put to sleep magically, it's not gonna knock you out.
Cool. That thing is. That stuff is. Oh, it's a bit. Yeah. Okay. You don't want that right now.
All right. Vlad, as you come out of this tunnel, you look out and after a good distance away, you see the cavern actually kind of opens up into a larger chasm where there's a large stone tower, a dwarven tower built into the side of the stone. A square room. This seems to be a mustering area of old. You can see dwarven armor racks and weapons and whatnot all kind of scattered about. However, as you look, you see that these badger monsters have seemed to made a nest here. And as you're watching their disgusting movements as they go about their daily business, you spot their queen. A huge badger monster in the shape of, or a monster in the shape of a badger. Its saliva drips down from its maw, and you can see black marks appear where the saliva hits the stone. Its children crawl all over it, and it seems to be, always in the process of birthing more. It lies on its side, and as you watch this, you're kind of just hidden in the shadows. As you look, though, up above, there seems to be, in this area, a very large opening from wherever this room is. Like you could look down from wherever that room is.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna back out a bit and come back down to this end. Is it the same thing on this side of it as this is just a big
Over
ass
here, it's a little bit easier to find. These walls were put up to be trap rooms. You can lift this wall if you so choose. But you're gonna have to make an Arcana check or an Investigation check to figure out how.
Okay, yeah, I'll go for Arcana. My investigation's not the best. Oh, that one 8.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that no, you cannot figure out how to lift up this stone wall here.
That's just a stone wall to Vlad right now. All right, I'm going to back out, come back to the group at the intersection.
Have you been doing cocaine?
This no, it's don't touch it. It's sleep powder.
Oh, I could use some of that, Pollux says.
Pollux is here now.
Yeah, he's with you the whole time.
Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, I'm going to report my findings of this side. Yeah, I found a It makes me think it was like the path over there, but this time I found a button that opened a secret passageway, and it let me go to a room with a big stinky fucking badger bitch, and she's got little babies crawling out of her cooter. It seems like it was.
Oh god, I'm having flashbacks to Altorf. Renee says.
Yeah, it wasn't there. I don't know what they're talking about. I'll be right back, though. I'm gonna go check this side again. And Vlad says that, and I'm gonna hop back to this side, and because I found that switch on that side, I'm gonna look around, but in like the same spot mirrored.
Yeah, alright, man. You get the trick. It's you find it. There's a
Okay.
similar little passageway around this way.
All right. And does it seem like a straight path just to this, or is there another room?
Are you going through it?
Yeah, I'll follow it a little bit. Why can't I zoom in just literally that much? 5%. Okay.
Alright, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Plus 3. Dex, don't fail me now. Nat 20.
Wow. Spinning saw blades shoot out of the walls, Vlad, as you're walking through this tunnel. You nat 20 through it. You just Neo your way through it.
Great. I don't think I can go back that way now.
Vlad is dead. So
Yeah,
Vlad,
well-
as you move through, you come up here and you find what seems to be some kind of
Question, actually.
oh god, what?
Did those blades seem pressure plate activated, or are they just out now, spinning?
They do seem to retract after a little bit.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, continue with this room.
Alright, so you see it's basically like a altar. I wouldn't walk in like that.
Okay, yeah, I'll stand at the little corner entrance right there.
You see one of the badger monsters. This one walks on all fours, and it seems to be kneeling over a table where an old dead dwarf is sitting on. It's like rotting, and you're wondering if this thing is doing either an experiment or literally just ripping apart this thing's guts for fun. You can't tell. To the left, you hear the cacophony of the lesser badger monsters and the queen.
I'm still pretty sneaky and stealthy right now, right? Is there any? Do they have lighting, or they operate in pitch black as well?
I would say they do probably have rudimentary torches,
Okay.
or like little patches of burning flesh or some shit.
If there is a source of illumination in this room, I am going to. Let me. Oh my god.
My cat is such a fucking.
Just ignore it. No, I ignore my cat all the time. He loves it. One action to do that.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. I'm going to I'm going to burn another sorcery point to subtly cast the cantrip of Mage Hand, and I'm going to send it to extinguish whatever light sources in this room right now.
All right, so you do make a stealth check.
All right. 14.
Vlad, as you put it out, the thing whips its head around and sniffs the air and says, no, it doesn't. They don't speak. Fuck it. Not everything in this world needs to speak English.
Okay.
Yeah, it turns around and it hisses and it looks in your general direction. It seems to notice you.
Does it now?
It
Okay.
does.
Let's play a game. If it notices me, then I'm going to step outwards from. Well, I mean, if I extinguish that light, the whole room is in darkness now. And I'll step outwards and I don't know, walk to the center of the room. Maybe? Question mark. Maybe? Question mark. I'm feeling froggy. And looking down this hallway, this is super risk. Oh well. I am going to.
Ellis, not at all cocky. Ellis, not at all doing dumb things, says sources.
Vlad the Coward does some pretty fucking bold shit sometimes. 60, okay, cool. Good to know. I have one left.
Alright, so Vlad, while you're doing that, and you're looking around and everything,
Yeah, I'm gonna step into the center of the room, and
one second,
look-
let me do something else.
Yeah.
Pollux, he looks at you, Vice, and he says, "You know, this is boring. Come on, I'm sure there's nothing up here."
Great.
And he starts walking up this northern hallway.
We're just gonna look to the rest of the party.
Renee, she looks at you and she says, "Don't look at me. What? Like, God, this is all such bullshit." And then he starts storming after Pollux.
Well, Siam, do we follow him or do we sit here and wait for Vlad?
Yeah. You know, I don't exactly trust Vlad as much as I trust Pollux. I don't trust Pollux as much as I trust Bernard, and I don't trust Bernard as much as I trust Yalmar. I don't trust Yalmar as much as I trust you. And Siam starts walking down the tunnel, like repeating this mantra. He's like going down the list as he disappears in the darkness.
I'll follow, I suppose.
Pollux is standing there and he's looking. This room seems to have been an old barracks room. It seems to have been a military wing of some sort. You can see over here there's a tower coming up out of the ground. Goes up pretty high, and you hear, and as you might be able to peek over the corner and see the teams, the great hordes of teeming rats and badgermen, monsters. Pollux looks down. Oh, that's gross. Oh God, look at the. I'm gonna puke.
They're looking down into this room.
Yeah.
Okay, they see a fucking firebolt come soaring across the room and just hit this thing from this direction. Just a firebolt. And Vlad's gonna look. Vlad's gonna look to this thing, and he's gonna go, "Catch me if you can." Bonus action. Zoof! Fucking shadow skip back to this point. My goal was to bait a bunch of them down this way, and then the fucking spinning blades turn on and just turn the room into red mulch, I guess.
Well, all I have to say to that is,
Firebolt stops in
yeah,
right
it stops, freeze frame, little firebolt flying through the air. Close up on Vlad's face, close up on everybody's face as they're up there watching the little fireball, and to be continued, because that can only go well forever.
At first, I was gonna banish the bitch, but I was like, I have one of those left.
You realize there's like a shitload of the things.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to bait them all into the fucking meat grinder down here. Make that some
God.
hot-
All right.
That's the thing. I have magic. I got a fucking plan now.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the world of Bernard.
I know.
Oh God.
Turns. Magic takes
Elle
up
is trying to
turn.
be a Bernard.
Not even. Not making people drink Kool-Aid and shoving rocks into fucking putty.
Please, if you
Yeah.
could, you would.
I don't think Vlad would. If he could, he would make gold. And if he
Oh, I was
could, he
thinking of
would,
Yalmar.
no. If Vlad could, he would make gold.
Why doesn't he buddy up with Gelt? You could have all the gold you ever want.
Because he got stuck with this party.
That's true.
Vlad didn't know about guilt.
All right, we'll continue. Hopefully, sometime this week or this weekend.
All right.
Yeah, just let me know. I'm
Stop
free.
recording. Yeet.